It's Week 7 of the NFL, and we'll see the Steelers' leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Steelers and the Pats under the lights on Monday night.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at Acrisure Stadium. Hi, Navigators football fans. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up here in the broadcast booth, and Brock one side with a clear advantage coming into this one. Coming off the ground, a position fairly less rested.
Just reality. I'm sorry, just reality. In the NFL, every season you're going to catch somebody coming off the bye or more time to rest up than you did. If you feel sorry for yourself, you're probably going to lose. When these games come along, it's time to grit your teeth and work even harder on those tired legs. We see a lot of teams in that spot try some big plays early, grab that momentum, right?
The veneer of a new season is gone. Yes, we used veneer in a football game. We're in the middle of the schedule now. It's away here in Week 7. We stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year signal caller.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Looking to throw right away. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and ducking the ball.
They'll run here on first down. And finally, they bring him down. He shook up a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 48. Cut by Diggs. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. And the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry forward. He gets forward, that's about 4 yards. That stop made by T.J. Watt. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And the Patriots will have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to it. Because if you're
Touchdown, New England! They couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Brown with a return here. He's got a lead up past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
As you take the field coming off of a bye week, you really want to take advantage of what you just did. The self-scouting, the evaluating of yourself over the early part of this season, and make sure you capture what you want to do and what you have to do over the rest of the season.
Escapes a defender. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Carlton Davis. And the Patriots will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
We'll put a receiver in motion here left. On first down, they'll run. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Setting up a throw. Takes out a run stop. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Tackled on the play by the rookie out of Ole Miss. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. There's a give up the middle. Juke the defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on first. He breaks the tackle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They'll come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Into traffic, complete. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 37. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
The give here on 2nd. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Christian Gonzalez has it. And the Patriots will take over as he records A little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they bring him down around the 34. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, he had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
And he just hooks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw for something. Brings up second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And it sure altered the throw.
He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. And that stop made by T.J. Watt. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Looking for a throw here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to John loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at a 4th down. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Brown with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And Brock, they are not off to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scary. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake. Typically, when you follow.
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Pass play coming here. Caught by Fryermuth. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
Steelers, first down. First and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Fryermuth. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory.
A gain of 4. It's now
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. It's a 2-score game early. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Dumps it off to his running back. Takes one defender. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll throw it again. That's DK on the slant. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
At the Patriots' 26-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. Completed to his running back. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. All set up now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's the handoff. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Has him on a quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So second down coming up. They go play action here. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He's going to throw this one. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. So the Steelers turning things over to the field goal unit. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Patriots back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control in this one so far. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now. Tossing right to the short side. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
A handoff up the gut. And he'll knife his way through for a pick of a 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right. Ready to run the show.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They give it to him again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's got to be so frustrating for him. You're fighting a good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long from here. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, what we get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that one. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers tie things 10-10. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Patriots returning their offense and this running back to the field. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. They're going play action. And that one is picked off. But wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He's dropping back to throw. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just throws this one away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. This has been a try, and yet another interception. Darius Slay has it. And the Steelers are going to have it after the 2nd interception of the season.
Obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
The Patriots and this running back headed back out for a new series. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Lone back gets the handoff. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. We've got Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. I would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. It's the Patriots. With it, 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
They've got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It can be super effective. You got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man. and you've got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? So this one flies out right around the 15-yard line. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
You're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A game left. They can give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Makes the grab and bounds left side. The Steelers get some late points and the lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player out. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. We get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Escapes the pocket. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. Diggs there to bring it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. They'll throw on 1st. That pass complete to Moss.
I love throwing on 1st down. When you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw it on 1st down. Moss hauls it in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Back to throw it. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a jump. He's got it. Looks like the feet are in bounds, too. I don't believe it. So we arrive at halftime here in Pittsburgh. The Steelers leading after 2. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the visiting Lions who come in and get the road victory. Jared Goff leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Kyler Murray, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jerry Jeudy, a touchdown catch in the victory. With that, the 2 squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Ewer.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back to the start of our third quarter. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. This return makes it up to the 25. The Steelers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. The Green Packers bringing that one to an end. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 31. How's the John Field working left? And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a 21-yard gain. And they'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here we go. Back to throw now. Short pass brought in. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Throwing now, off play action. Has it at the 7. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll try and punch it in. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. He gets another shot here. With some fancy footwork here for the touchdown. The Steelers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. A crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers drive their lead to 11. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against it. And that's a New England first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First and 10, looking to throw. Throwing the out route, complete.
He's just one of those guys, okay? Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you've got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
We set it down for him at the 38. Play action on first down. He sends this one to the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Throwing from the gun. He's got him. That's Moss. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Looking to the air here. Caught. Nice gain left side. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down from the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it sets up second down. They are throwing it again. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, that's where they do give him the 10-yard line. Let's see what they draw up on 3rd and 7. Back to throw. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute moment. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee, either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
So for the 3rd time tonight, they can bring him out for a field goal try. It's a 38-yard look here. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play. Keep driving that defense backwards.
And they'll manage to contain him after that 6-yard pickup. Jabril Peppers bringing that one to an end. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Now looking to throw. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's a throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. Once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Patriots will be backed up pretty deep to start the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Back to the well again. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup. That's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Throwing now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 1st down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That's taken in by Bell. And he got this close to midfield before going out. They gain 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. They go play action here. Fits it through the middle. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jarrett loose, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. No touchdown, it's intercepted. Darius Slay has it.
That's it right there. That's the resilience in the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for them. Got to step close enough. They're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. That's right. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. Offense set for a 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Escapes an defender. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stuffed at the 2. He'll set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the
Personal
kicker.
foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The kicking team out there for the Steelers. And here they go to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The New England offense running out now. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game, Brock. Passing lanes kind of reminding me of LA traffic. Pretty hazardous throughout this game.
Yeah, just a mess and nowhere to go. And it's an awful place both on the highway. And trust me, when you're in the pocket looking at this defense, too, it's miserable. Everything's been contested. Everything's been hard. No gimmies. It's a real testament to the work this secondary has done to prepare for this matchup.
This effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Another carry for him. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Tight end in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a New England first down. Right up the gut. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one does not go far.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary lead, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down, it took a great defensive effort to do it.
It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. Ball at the 33 for first down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Working inside the red zone. And they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
Makes the score Steelers 31, Patriots 23.
return here. And pretty solid field position starting out here. Brock, he's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Hits him on the out route. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36, it's caught Metcalf. And he'll get it up to the 44. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. The 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake here. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And it's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Became Metcalf, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Coverage by Carlton Davis.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Pass taken in by Fryermuth. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the red zone now. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
They give it to him up the middle. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. 5-yard pickup sets him up with 3rd and goal from the 3.
3rd and goal.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers leading by 8. So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try it with him again. He's got a touchdown. The Steelers have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
How about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stands, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers lead by 15 now. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Return starts at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Airing it out to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. To the air now on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it.
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close
Previous
game
play
like
is
this.
under review.
Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
The score, Steelers 38, Patriots 30.
So with less than a minute and a half to play, they must recover this onside effort. And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. There's a give up the middle. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Let's go now. Back-to-back carries here. Pushing for the red zone. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers going by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. Clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers lead by 15 now. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. He showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. This offense headed back